Hello, I'm Katie Cottingham, and welcome to this news briefing from the 249th National Meeting and Exposition of the American Chemical Society in Denver. We're joined today by undergraduate student Sudhir James from the College of Chemical Sciences in Sri Lanka. He has developed a simple way to prepare rice that could reduce the number of calories absorbed by the body and potentially reduce weight gain and obesity. Mr. James?
Good morning, everybody. So the basic overview, what we did is to convert the digestible form of starch into non-digestible form. So the non-digestible form is easily to term, I can go it as a resistant starch. So what we basically did was we picked out 38 different Sri Lankan rice varieties, and we worked to quantify the natural resistant starch in the raw rice. So after that initial test, we did pick up the naturally best rice variety, Sudhru Samba, and the least resistant starch containing rice variety, BG305, and then we further processed. So at the moment, we do only add the results of the complete result set of the least rice variety, BG305. And after some initial test analysis, we came across a methodology. Me and my professor Thavaraja from North Dakota State University, now he has moved to Clemson. And what we came up is a simple cooking method that anyone could do from home that involves addition of oil, cooling in the fridge, and followed by microwaving to get us a nice fluffy white rice. So the beautiful part of this research is that there was a significant 15-fold increase in the resistant starch amount. Now you guys must be wondering what are the health benefits of resistant starch. Now there are immense health benefits that have been reported about all types of resistant starch, and that, for example, it can improve the lipid oxidation, and it act as a natural prebiotic. It helps colon conditioning, prevents colon cancer, and I can keep on talking for, about a week, I guess. It's immense. So the other thing that we found out was after increasing the 15-fold of this naturally least variety BG305, it showed only 10 to 15% calorie reduction. However, we as scientists believe, and I'm not an undergraduate student yet, what we believe is that if we are going to process this onto the best variety, and if this method is going to work, there could be a massive breakthrough that the rice could lower the calorie up to 50 to 60%. So that's about it, the overview.
Okay, great, thank you. So do we have any questions? Please remember to state your name and affiliation when you're asking a question. Kath.
Yeah, could you say what the structure of of digestible rice is versus this resistant starch, and also what is the chemical transformation that goes on there?
Sure. Right. Please remember, resistant starch is not a magic starch. Right? You take the starch which has amylose and the amylopectin. The amylose can be arranged, the arrangement that causes the starch to become more resistant or not. Now, if you take the amylose, the more crystalline form that it attains, it becomes resistant. Right? For example, I'm going to go a little bit more in the process of cooling. Right? So in the process of cooling, when the amylose get leached out after the process of gelatinization, during the cooling process, the leached out amylose is going to form hydrogen bond in between, and then it's going to attain a more crystalline form. Similarly, adding oil is also going to form a complex with the starch, amylolipid complexes. So in that way, if I want to explain a little bit more further, if you don't mind, you see enzymes are very specific, isn't it? And particular enzyme will act on a particular substrate. Amylase can digest starch, but can the amylase do the same trick on an amylolipid complex? No. So that's basically about it.
Thank you. Also, you mentioned this reduction is only 10 to 15% at the moment,
yes,
but could be 50 to 60%.
Yeah.
How? I mean, how could you achieve that?
Right. Basically, you see resistance. Now, you take in rice, the most percentage after cooking the rice is due to the calorie is mainly due to the starch contained or the sugar that is present in the rice. The moment you convert the rice into resistant starch, and that's going to not get digested by the human small intestine. In terms, more the conversion becomes, the more the resistant that it becomes, the calorie value is going to naturally bring down, because you see, the enzyme has to act upon the starch, giving the glucose, and that glucose will contribute to calorie. But if that starch is going to become undigested, then the calorie reduction is not there.
So you think you'll be able to increase the efficiency of the process then to transform?
Exactly,
Oh, right.
exactly, ma'am. But,
Also, just to ask, because part of the process of cooking it would be to refrigerate it.
Yes.
So you can heat it afterwards, and it still
yes,
contains
that's
the
what.
same amount of resistant starch, does
Yep.
it? That's
Right.
perfect.
So, bro, after cooling, what we want to yield is a very hot, nice, fluffy rice. So, microwaving after cooling did not significantly reduce or increase the resistant starch, but the microwaving made the rice more hotter and nice, tastier. And the other thing what I would like to add is it increased the resistant starch a little bit further. It did not decrease, it increased a little further, but that is not as significant as you add oil or cooling. But still, it's a positive thing.
Thank you.
Sure.
Ben Valsler, Chemistry World. When you add the coconut oil, how many calories are you adding in oil, and does that cancel out the impact of the rice?
That's good. A very good question, sir. Right. Basically, now, when you add 3 grams of oil, everyone thinks the rice is going to take up 27 kilocalories. Like 1 gram of oil is going to give you 9 kilocalories, right? But the beauty is that the moment you add the oil, and once it's going to start forming the complex with the starch, and once it forms the amylose lipid complexes, the starch is no more a starch, the oil is no more a oil. And that's going to become an extremely different complex. And that in terms, and it's just shown that the critical amount of oil that we add is very crucial in this process. Too much, too little, you are not in the good terms.
And do you suspect this will work for all, because there are, of course, many different varieties of rice. Do you think it will work for all of them, or just the particular ones that you've looked at?
Oh, well, I can say at this moment, it's going to show a modification, or it's going to affect the resistant starch amount on any type, not even on rice, I mean in potato. And a most interesting thing, we would like to also work on pasta. That's the next goal of our research, to work on pasta and all those, what can I say, the more carbohydrate food. And yes, I would say it would work, but I cannot say by how much it's going to work at this moment.
And is there something specific about the lipids in coconut oil, or would it also work, let's say if you're doing pasta, would it also work with olive oil, for example?
Well, right. Very good question, sir. Well, the reason why we chose coconut oil, I'll give you 3 reasons, but the most important reason related to your question is that coconut oil is one of the best eat application oil classified by the nutritionist. Now you see, adding olive oil is very good. It has very much unsaturated foods, but moreover, like it's good for like a salad type and some cold techniques. But cooking in rice, the coconut oil is one of the best eat application oil. That's point number 1. Second, coconut oil has medium chain fatty acids, and that could complex really well compared to an unsaturated fat. And the third thing is that coconut oil in Sri Lanka or in Asia, it's been used by many of the kitchens. Many of the people use it. And that's one of the cheap oil compared to virgin olive oil or the olive oil. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
Doug?
Doug Dollamore, Science Elements Podcast. I'm thinking about this from the consumer point of view, and I'm wondering about the practicality of this approach. Right now, it takes 12 hours to cool in a microwave.
Right.
Why would someone, as a consumer, as a mom or a dad in Sri Lanka, go to this effort to save a few calories when it seems a little bit tedious?
Right.
Are you working on a way to shorten
Yes.
this up?
Yes, that was one of the questions I was popped out by many journalists. Yes, sir. Now, you see, we need to cool the rice for a 12-hour period to attain very good resistant starch. Now, what we thought about is that we could cut down the amount of the hours significantly low by instead freezing. So maybe not cooling this time at 4 degrees, but we can throw the rice into the fridge on the top of the freezer. Now, freezing has also shown that it can improve the resistant starch significantly. But according to my guess, I'm not too sure yet, maybe 2 to 4 hours could match the amount that the 12-hour regular cooling would do. So by that way, maybe then it's good in hand. But let me tell you another thing. If this method is not practical at home, but one company could easily do is that they can do the initial stage of processing and they could packet it out, and then they could just sell it for a very reasonable amount so that anyone could just microwave it and eat, and it's ready to go rice. So that's the answer, sir. I hope.
Okay, other questions? Kath?
It mentions in the release you've started some work on glycemic, how it affects the glycemic effects.
Yes.
Have you any results on that yet?
Sorry?
Have you any results yet
Well,
about whether or not it has this glycemic effect?
Yes, well, there have been, what can I say, more than 1,000, 2,000 reports on how resistant starch is going to affect on the glycemic effect, right? So this is an ongoing project, ma'am, and we are at the initial stage, and this research has shown very good potential. So right after we will work on with the best variety, the next step that we will work on the pasta and then followed with the human trials for glycemic effect. But these types of resistant starch has immense number of reports showing very good health benefits, including glycemic effect.
And how can people identify the types of rice that have more resistant starch in it in the supermarket?
Well, identifying resistant starch, actually looking at the, like in my research experience, the red rice showed better resistant starch content than the white rice variety. But having said that, not all red did have higher resistant starch. Even some white rice varieties had better resistant starch than the red one. So it's really a difficult choice to say from the looks of it, unless it's been reported whether it has higher resistant starch or not.
Thank you.
Okay, other questions? If not, then thank you very much for joining us. The archived version of this session will be posted at bit.ly/ACS Live Denver. That was our last press conference for this meeting, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.